So a guy with a good job is more likely to commit than one that does not. That's until a guy has a real career for himself, he's not really ready for real commitment. He has to prioritize his life goals. This is just your little, you don't know when a guy is ready for commitment or not. That's your little bent on it, because you really, what she's saying is she's not ready for a guy until he has a career. That's what she's saying. First comes a career, then marriage, and then maybe babies. Like that's the whole prescription. That's the whole, like, that's what you think could happen, but that's not what real love is. That's not, oh, that's how it happened, and then that's just the way it's supposed to be. That's my prescribed idea. You don't know. People fall in love before they have a career. What about people who fall in love in high school? What about people who fall in love in college? Right? And then a lot of these girls, they break up with these guys because they don't, they're not going anywhere in life. And then the guys learn the hard way. Love, to women, love is contingent upon his bank account. That's why you're a gold digger. It's just like, so obvious. Part of marriage is having a financial partnership, and men are designated through normative gender roles to be primary breadwinner. Yeah, in your society, in the society that benefits women, in the society that benefits a woman's hypergamy, that's just very convenient for you, isn't it? That a man is just, so this is just like, I don't know, man. She's trying to brainwash people. It's like, and yeah, I mean, that's just societal brainwashing. Like, oh, the guy's got to have money. It's just like, yeah, except for the fact that 50% of marriages end in divorce, and one of the top three reasons is finances. So what about love, lady? So if that's what you think is normal, oh, it's normative gender role, so it's normal for the man to be the primary breadwinner. First of all, what about feminism? What about equality? What about all these women who feel like the patriarchy is the devil, who feel like a man who thinks he has to be the breadwinner is like a misogynist or something? What about all that? That's out the window, because now it doesn't fit your narrative. So it's all about what your narrative says at any different time, at any time of the day. So these societal pressures create a heavy feeling of responsibility for men to be able to take care of their women, especially if push comes to shove and things get rough. Yeah, and that's a hard thing to do, because I mean, that's a societal pressure, and a lot of women leave men if they don't have enough money. And so it's like, how do you think we feel, lady, when our only worth is put on how much money we can make? So she's trying to normalize it and say, well, this is the way society is. But in reality, you don't know how men actually feel about this. You're just saying this is how it's supposed to be. And that's not a good reason, because you're not taking into account how men feel about it. Personally, I feel like a tool. I feel like, oh, if I didn't work, I can't get a woman. And that's like, that shows me that real love is not real, that women only love me insofar as I can provide for them, which is fundamentally shallow. In my life, I've met a lot of girls like that. So it's reflective in women's behavior, and it makes me feel horrible about women. It makes me feel horrible about love and marriage. So what you're saying here as like a reason why is really just hurtful to men. This needs to be the man of the house, discourages men from tying the knot when they are not making man of the house money. That's horrible. I mean, it's like, what about love? Oh, you have to have money in order to have love. So basically, it means that love has a price tag on it. That's what you're saying, lady. Also, not being able to afford a ring will definitely postpone getting a ring. Oh, so I have to have a ring in order to marry you. Okay, well, that's very convenient for the diamond business, isn't it? So it's not so much that women want to be spoiled or taken care of necessarily, but they risk having a dead-end relationship, a dead-end relationship. So I need money, or else it's going to be a dead-end relationship, according to you, Monica. If they seek a guy who's got a long way to go in their career path, a woman wants to be the man they want to be before they fully let a woman into their, or no, a man wants to be the man they want to be before they fully let a woman into their life. That's a nice little cop out at the very end. So now she's telling us what a man thinks. So she's telling a man what a man thinks. She's trying to brainwash us into thinking the way she. Look at that. Come on, dude. Okay. She's trying to tell us what to think and feel as a man. A woman is trying to tell you what to think, guys. Okay. 2, raising a family is better with money. I mean, yeah, that's obvious. If a woman is seeking to raise a family, being financially stable is extremely beneficial and will give the child a better life. Yeah, but if that's your only motivation, then it's like, okay, so you're just going to seek a man out with money, and then the child that you raise is going to grow up thinking that money is the answer to all his problems, and that in order to have a good family life, he has to have money and not love. And is that really how you want to raise a kid? I don't know. So if she is able to work from home, work part-time, or be a full-time mom, this will allow her to have way more parental guidance than if she were working a full-time job. Not really, because kids go off to school at about age 7, and they're in school from about 9 a.m. to about 3 or 4. So pretty much a third of the day is with the state. And then they come home, and by the time they come home, the hours that they come home, she wouldn't be working anyways. She would be, and neither would the father. So both parents would be at home by the time, during the time that the kid comes home from school. So that's a poor argument, Monica. Not only that, but having money will allow the family to live in a safer environment for her kids to play in. I mean, maybe, yeah. And they'll receive a better. I mean, sometimes it just depends. It doesn't. I mean, that doesn't necessarily. That's not in every case. And it's like, anyway, not. I mean, unless you're dirt poor. Like if you're dirt poor, I mean that makes. And you're living in like the projects in the hood. That's, yeah. You're gonna want that. You're gonna want to get out of that situation. But the world is not. It's not like danger around every corner. I mean, I live in what could be considered the hood, and it's not even that bad. Yeah, there's gunshots here at certain times in certain areas, and there's gangs and things like that. But the kids play outside all day long here. So it's just like, that's a poor argument. Not only that, but having money will allow the family to live in a safer environment. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. And they'll receive a better quality public education being from a good neighborhood. Not necessarily true. I mean, I grew up in a poorer city. I live in a city now where the median income is $75K a year. I grew up in a city where the median income was $35K a year, and I had wonderful teachers. So money does not necessarily dictate how great teachers are. And my senior year, I moved from that city to this richer city, and the teachers that I had were all stuck up, and I didn't like any of them, and I had a bad experience in my senior year at this richer city. So that's not necessarily true. Like I said, unless you live in the projects, you're going to a hood school, but it's like, how many projects are there in America or the world? Like, it's just, that's a really poor argument. Or better yet, they can go to a private school. Oh, but you're not a gold digger, but you want a guy who can send your kid to a private school. Wow. This woman is just horrible. Not being financially stressed out makes for a better mommy and family dynamic. Yeah, if mommy's happy because the daddy has money, then gee, I guess so. If money makes you happy as opposed to just love, but apparently 50% of marriages end in divorce, where money is the top 3 reasons. So apparently money can't buy love, right? Guilt. Number 3, I personally cannot enjoy receiving a nice dinner out if I'm wondering the whole time if my date can really afford it. Yeah, okay, but why would you have to have money in order to be happy with a guy? Why would he have to spend money on you in order for you to enjoy your time with him? That's my question. I'll be thinking thoughts like, maybe I shouldn't have ordered the steak. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe you should just be a normal person instead of like, oh, I got to go out and have a guy buy me steak. Or maybe you could just go to a beach and spend time with the guy and be chill. Or after seeing the bill going, geez, will they be able to make rent? What guy is taking you out and spending hundreds of dollars on you? Like, why would you require that? Because you're a gold digger. You're making a point that you're not a gold digger, but now you're saying you want a guy to go out and buy you a steak dinner. That's what gold diggers do, Monica. Point is, if your boy is broke, okay. I like how you said boy instead of man. That's cute. Point is, if your boy is broke, he puts a damper on going out when he's treating. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm starting to see through your little crap here, Monica. For combining assets, if a woman is making a lot of money, why shouldn't she want a man that does as well? Together, maybe they can buy a yacht. But you're not a gold digger. Okay, Monica, you want a yacht now. Is it really being a gold digger if you're contributing just as much? Okay, maybe she's being hyperbolic, but is it really being a gold digger if you're contributing just as much? No, but if you require money out of the guy, then it's like, then your love has a price tag. That's all there is to it. At that point, it's only fair. Yeah, but is that how it's really going to work out in reality? If a girl spoils a guy, wouldn't she want to be spoiled back? That sounds very convenient. Oh, I'll spoil you. You spoil me. It's just like, it's like you're doing something to get something out of it. He has his own place. Number 5. I think this one's a key one. Maybe a girl wants a guy with a good job because this means he probably has his own place. I think this is where female nature really shows, when a guy has his own place. If she's still living with her folks, having a place to go to get it on is crucial. Why not go to the park? You could do it in your car. If you really love somebody. I mean, I had a girl, like I said, this girl that I was talking about, she came over to my mom's house and I snuck her in all the time. And sure, that probably gets tiring, but, it may be embarrassing, but at the same time, like, if you really love somebody, that's not going to matter. It's awkward fucking under your parents' roof. Hotels are too expensive. Yeah, it's a little awkward fucking under your parents' roof, but so what? If you love somebody, you love somebody. Oh, I'm gonna leave you because it's awkward, getting dicked down, and when your parents are in the other room. Okay. Anyway, like I said, love is deeper than that, and the car is just too risky and uncomfortable. Sex is mutually beneficial and not gold digging at all. And even if but if you need a certain financial situation in order to have sex, then you're a gold digger. And even if she does have her own place, having double the amount of locations to choose from is always a perk. Whatever. 6, white collar men are educated. I'm not even going to get into that one. 7, she comes from a family of traditional values. Maybe the woman doesn't care that her man is a car salesman, but she knows her folks back home will. Even though some car salesmen can actually make pretty good money, it just doesn't scream Ivy League college. Geez, you got high standards, lady. At the very top of this article, she says she doesn't have high standards. It's just regular ass, just so she qualifies herself. And now the real truth is coming out. Right? Looking for a well-paid, educated man might just be that she wants a guy she can take back home and not feel ashamed to show her parents. That's true. And I mean, that last sentence is true, because this girl that I was with, she was like, oh, I don't think my parents are going to like you because she's not proud of me because I don't make money. So she's like, but that doesn't, I mean, sure, it'd be nice if you were proud of me, but what's better? You're proud of me or you actually love me? Like, okay, you respect that I make money and you're proud of me and you could take me home to your parents, but what's better, appeasing your parents who aren't going to be with us 24/7 and 365 a year, 24/7 a week, a week, 24/7, 365 a year. What's better? Your parents aren't going to be with us all that time. Okay, it's good that they like me or not, but do you love me or not? That's what a parent should care about. Do you love me or not? Do you love my daughter? Not can you afford my daughter? That's, if I was going to raise a daughter, I wouldn't put a price tag on her love and say, well, what do you do for work? You have to be a doctor. You have to, have a career. You have to have a house. You have to have a good job. I just say, well, I mean, yeah, it would bother me if he didn't. I'd be like, dang, that sucks that he can't really take care of you. But do you love him? That's what I would want. Do you love the man? Okay, then you'll have to find a way and work it out. Whether I have to take care of you as a parent, or whether you guys need help some other way, work it out. Because if you love him, then that's what I want. I want you to be happy and I want you to love him. Not I want him to have money so you can be taken care of and then you'll be happy, because like I said, divorce is at 50+%. Finances are a top 3 reason. Just because you have money does not mean that the relationship in a marriage is going to work. So that's one of the most crucial ones, right? Okay, so number 8, being alpha feels unfeminine. They might not want your money, they just want you to make more money than them. It doesn't feel feminine to be wearing the pants. Whoever makes the most money is generally the dominant one in the relationship. A lot of women aren't as comfortable being the one who is in charge and would rather defer to their man. I think, yeah, there's a lot of truth in that. That's female nature. And that one, that's probably one of her best points right here. Because I think that that's just female nature, and it just is what it is. But again, if you love somebody, it's not going to be a deal breaker. Because if you love somebody, you're going to want to be with them more than anything. Number 9, a well-paid man is tenacious. This is a fucked up point. It might not be the yearly salary they are interested in as much as the fact that they are hardworking and persistent to have earned their job. These are desirable and attractive characteristics in a man. A guy with a mediocre job or bumming it at home, even if he is smart, never fully applied himself. You don't necessarily know that, lady. He could have got sick like I did. He could have had some hard breaks in life. Lots of different reasons why a guy... There are, yes, some guys are genuinely bummy and lazy and they don't apply themselves, but just because a guy lives at home does not necessarily mean that. In fact, we have a whole generation that's called the boomerang generation. These millennials who move out and then come back home because there's a lot of factors that come into play, such as high rent, how hard it is to get a job. Even if you have a degree, it's still hard to get a job. Okay, hard to get a good job. There's so much competition out there. The whole landscape has changed. It's not 1950. These women think that we can just go outside and trip over a great job and it's just easy as that. No, lady, you don't know, because you're sitting back waiting for a guy who has money to come take care of you. You're not really in the competition market and the job field you're not feeling the job field competition like we are as men. So you don't really know how hard it is to make it out there. You're just saying, oh, he's lazy or not, because you're sitting around at the finish line waiting at the goalpost to pick the winner, when in reality you're not with us every step of the way along the race. You're not suffering with us in the trenches when we're trying to figure it out. So nobody wants a lazy sex. So she's saying that, oh, if he stays at home, it automatically means he's lazy in bed. What a bad point. Nobody wants a lazy sexual partner or domestic partner for that matter. Although the counter argument is that a working man is too tired from a long day of hard work to be on top or do the dishes. However, even if they are not lazy at other things, a bad job still might make a girl think that they lack drive and determination. 2 unattractive qualities. Again, if you love somebody, you're going to look past a lot of that shit. You're not going to be like, oh, I got this winner here who goes to work and he comes home and washes the dishes. Well, what are you doing? Why don't you wash the dishes? What are you doing all day? And if he works and he comes home and he's tired and, oh, you're displeased that he can't fuck you, right? Because he's been working all day to take care of you. It's like you want Superman. Not only do you want him to pay all the bills and you want him to have a house, you want him to come home and be amazing in bed and have stamina. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, you can't have everything. If you love a guy, you're going to have to sacrifice some things, whether it's sacrifice the fact that he doesn't have a lot of money or sacrifice the fact that he's not incredible in bed. But you just want everything, don't you? And that's why divorce is so high. You can't be pleased. We can't please you, ladies. We can't please you.